Hi y'all, I got some really big Texas hair going on today. Like it? It's been raining here in Texas for the past 2 weeks off and on. Every time I try to do a video. Oh yay, the trash man's here. Let's make lots of noise while I try to do a video. Alright, so I went outside and dealt with the trash man. He's a nice trash man. It's too muddy out there for him to pick up our dumpster, so he wanted to let me know he wasn't coming to get it, so that's good. Okay, as you noticed from my beginning little intro I made today, actually I made it yesterday, cheap yarn. I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago, I decided I was going to stop using acrylic yarns. Even though they're really cheap and easy to get, for any beginning knitter, they're great to use to learn how to knit. And you can knit up a quick sweater for, very little money. But I just don't like the feel of acrylic yarn. Just don't. So I started buying all cotton yarn, at least at the beginning. It was just cotton yarn because I couldn't afford any of the other lovely yarns. And I have always been allergic to wool, or so I thought. I have gotten some wool yarn in the past few months, and I knitted up a couple of wrist warmers and fingerless gloves, mainly because of all my shingles and stuff. I wanted to cover up the backs of my hands. My nails look really bad today. The backs of my hands were looking really bad, so if I wanted to go out in public, I needed to cover it up. So I whipped up a couple of different pairs of fingerless gloves. And I used wool yarn because I wanted to learn how to do null binding, which you need to use a wool yarn to do that because you got to break it, and then it's a big thing. I'll make another video of it. Anyways, cheap yarn. I bought these little guys. I thought from Amazon, apparently not. I think I may have bought them from Hobby Lobby, but I did buy them online, and I got a package of 3 for, I want to say I only paid about 50 cents for the package. It was a clearance thing, which is not bad. I mean, it's all cotton. I'm not going to tell you the name because you'll know why in a second. And I got 2 or 3 bags to make sure I had all the same color lot and everything so I could do something with it. But, as you saw, you can sort of see it here, this cheap yarn, see it? Do you see it? It separates so badly. You can't knit with this. I know when I was a beginning knitter, trying to knit with something like that, it's frustrating because you're splitting the yarn and it's horrible. So what can you do with it? Well, I started weaving, and even though it's still a little frustrating when I'm warping with it, because when you're pulling it through the heedle, it still tends to split like that. It's horrible. But once it's knit up or warped up, it's just fine. It's just fine. So I started knitting that intro, and I thought, oh, it's horrible. That's why at the very end, if you look closely, I frog it really fast. So I took 2 of my yarns from Darn Good Yarn, this beautiful silk yarn. These are the lace weight ones. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do with all this yarn? I haven't knitted much. Usually when I knit, it's usually just for some quick little gloves or maybe a scarf, and I don't get real fancy with my knitting. So since I'm a yarn hoarder, I bought myself a little Heedle loom. Lovely, little tiny thing. I think I paid $120 for it. Well, not really sure. Got it from thewoolery.com. Great place to get stuff. I've gotten roving from there before to spin. That's another video too. I like to spin too, and I don't do it much. I'm a serial crafter. I learn how to do something, and I do it until I get tired of it. I go on to something else. And I have a lot of unfinished projects, or I never get the skill set to do something fancier like socks, which, look how pretty that one is. That's what this one's for, socks. It's basically sock yarn or lace. You can do a lacy shawl. Started to do a shawl with these, and I thought, I don't want to. So, I took my cheap-ass cotton splitting horrible yarn, which is still, you know, it's very soft. Can you hear that? It's sort of soft. Took that, warped up my loom, used some yarn that I probably will never use for anything else, and I wove up a little wall hanging that's really cute. I'll show you here. Maybe right here. Apparently, my little Samsung Galaxy S7 doesn't like to record more than 10 minutes when it's doing 60p. So I have no idea where I left off. I scanned it real fast, but I babbled a lot in that last video. I'm sure it was thrilling what I said after it cut off. But the mic cut out also probably about 2 minutes before the camera did. So I took the time to try to tame my hair a little bit more. I don't think I tamed it any. You know, I have fuzzies all over me now. And the sun decided to come out for the first time in 2 weeks, so the lighting's going to be way different. So I threw my little ring light. See if I can get that pretty ring light effect on my eyes. I don't know, because I've used the ring light twice now. The other time was for stills. I was talking about cheap yarn and knitting. Cheap yarn is great when you're beginning to learn how to knit. Like when I first started knitting, I only bought the cheap yarn, which I mentioned before. Because, oops. Here, I'm going to show you what I bought. I don't want to drag this company, so I'm going to blur that out with my new fancy editing tools. A knitter will probably know the label. You can probably tell by the label what it is. So, I don't know what to say left in this video other than don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Ring that little bell if you want to get notifications when I upload again. Hopefully, I'm going to be uploading in the next 2 weeks. A full weaving, how to weave, how to warp video. Because this one's just like, this is what I did type video. I'm going to do a basic knitting video. Yeah. Probably some journaling videos. I'm going to try to upload once a week like my channel banner art says. I don't know if it's up there. Probably not because you're watching the video. My channel art says I upload once a week. That's my goal. Didn't happen this week because of the rain. And now it's shining, sunny, shining, messing up my light from the earlier video. So it's going to definitely look like 2 different videos. And it is. So I took the time to try to tame my hair. It didn't work. It's humid. It's springtime in Texas. This is what my hair looks like. If anybody ever wonders why I'm always wearing a ponytail or a bun, this is why. My hair hates me. Oh, I bet y'all missed when Birdie came crying at the door. That's when the mic went out. The mic doesn't like Birdie, because when I did my Birdie video on my other channel, link below, on my other channel I have a quick video about Birdie, and the mic went out in the middle of it. That never happened before. It happened today when he was standing at the door crying. Coincidence? I think not. Okay. Third time's a charm. I don't even care how fuzzy my hair is now. I don't know if I told you that my hair is fuzzy because I live in Texas and it's humid and my hair hates me. Had to tell you again. I don't know yet if you heard the fact that now all the lighting's different because it's been storming here in Texas the past week and a half, and today it's supposed to be storming right now. And as soon as I started video taping or recording, whatever you call this, you youngsters call this, sun came out. Not only did the sun come out, but the wind's picking up, so here in a minute you could hear all sorts of shit flying around outside. I don't know. I better talk fast. I better talk fast because my mic keeps cutting out. My mic hates me today. I love you, little mic. I'm not going to touch it. It might go off again. Okay. Subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell to get notified when I upload videos. Oh, my nose is itching. Click the thumbs up button if you like my videos. That helps me a lot because I only have 8 subscribers. Subscribe! Go tell your friends to subscribe too. You never know what I'm going to babble about next time.